Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein was a renowned scientist and a great physicist of the German Empire. He was born on 14 March 1879 in the city of Germany. He published his first paper in 1900, which made him the leading scientist in the world. With his intellectual ability, he made a significant contribution to physics by discovering the theory of relativity. In 1921, Albert Einstein was awarded the Nobel Prize for his law of photoelectric effect in physics. Life is like a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. These were the words of a renowned German-American scientist well known for his theories on relativity, matter, and heat, Albert Einstein. He is considered the greatest physicist of all time because it was believed that he possessed a distinct perspective towards the universe. Early life of Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein was born on 14 March 1879 in Ulm, Württemberg, Germany. He belonged to a Jewish religion but was not devout. His father's name was Hermann Einstein, a salesman, and later, along with his brother, ran an electrochemical factory. His mother, Pauline Koch, was a homemaker. He also had a sister named Maja, who was 2 years younger than him. Two events left a lasting impact on Albert Einstein's life. The first was when his father gave him a magnetic compass at age 5. He was mystified that an invisible force could deflect the needle. This provided a base for lifelong fascination towards unseen forces. The other wonder hit him when he discovered a book on geometry at 12 and cherished it the most. He even named it a sacred little geometry book. It is at this age he turned profoundly religious and also composed several songs in praise of God. However, this too changed when he got acquainted with science and started reading science-related books. His religious beliefs contradicted his rational views, which were challenging for him to overcome. Albert hated receiving instructions in school and often felt out of place and a victim of Prussian-style education that seemed to choke originality and creativity. For that reason, his teacher advised him to learn at home instead of attending school. Moreover, one of his teachers even remarked that he would never amount to anything. Another prominent influence on him was when a young medical student, Max Talmud, became his informal tutor and introduced mathematics and philosophy to him. This proved to be a pivotal turning point in his life. Albert Einstein's father's repeated business failures disrupted his studies, and they moved to Milan, Italy. He was left at Munich in a boarding school to finish his education. But as he was alone, he felt miserable and repelled against military duty. 6 months later, he ran away and arrived at his parents' house. His parents were worried and realized the problems he would face as a school dropout. Fortunately, in Zurich at Swiss Federal Polytechnic School, he excelled in mathematics and physics entrance tests but failed in biology, French, and chemistry. But due to his excellence in mathematics, he was allowed to enroll in the Polytechnic on the condition to finish his formal schooling. In 1896, he graduated and met students who became his lifelong friends, such as Marcel Grossmann, a mathematician, and Besso. There he met his future wife, Miliva Merrick, who is also a physics student from Serbia. After completing graduation, he used to study advanced subjects on his own and often cut classes, which angered some of his professors, especially Heinrich Weber. Unfortunately, when he asked Weber for a letter of recommendation, he was turned down multiple times, for which he could not apply for an academic position. Later, his father's friend Marcel Grossmann recommended that he take up a clerk position in the Swiss Patent Office in Bern. His job required him to just put applications in for the patents, which provided him more time to devote to the physics questions that were brooding in his mind and do scientific papers. With a small but steady income, he felt confident and married Merrick on 6 January 1903. The couple was blessed with 2 sons, namely Hans and Edward, in 1904 and 1910. Achievements of Albert Einstein. While working in the patents office, he seized the opportunity to solve the question of beam light that he was obsessed with when he was 16. The deep insight led Albert formulates the principle of relativity. Furthermore, in 1905, he published 4 papers that altered the course of physics. Other scientists such as Henry Poincare and Hendrik Lorentz tried to put forth the theory of special relativity, but Einstein was a pioneer in assembling the whole approach. Both approaches brought him laurels and popularity across the globe. Albert Einstein gained recognition and respect for his valuable contribution and was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics for his research on the photoelectric effect. His marriage failed with Merrick, and he later married his cousin Elsa. Albert Einstein was one of the creative minds in the history of humanity. It is evident that after his death, his body was cremated, but his brain is preserved in the Motor Museum. His vision and curious nature landed him significant achievements, and his love for music and belief in world peace were the characteristics rarely known by few.